ChurchMind is a platform created for Christians throughout the world. It offers the body of Christ the opportunity to reach the world with the word of life. ChurchMind consciously occupies its position at the gates as the virtual church for Christians from any nation in the world. Welcome to ChurchMind, the online Christian community.
Open Heavens Devotional for 13th of January 2021. The topic for today's devotional is MCY. Self-sufficiency. The memory verse is taken from the book of John chapter 15 verse 5. I am the vine, ye are the branches, he that abideth in me, and in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit, for without me ye can do nothing. The Bible reading is taken from the book of Judges chapter 16 verse 20 to 21. This is the message of today's devotional. This in our equation for resistance in the mathematics of Christ in you, MCY, stands for self-sufficiency. If you do not understand, kindly refer to the devotionals of January 11th and 12th. Most times, what many people call self-sufficiency is purely reliance on their flesh rather than God. In Daniel chapter 4 verse 28 to 37, we see how this attitude got Nebuchadnezzar into trouble. He said, "Is this not Babylon that I built?" As a result, God sent him to eat grass in the forest for 7 years to prove to him that all he had was from him. By the time he came back, he acknowledged God as the Most High who rules in the affairs of men. Today's Bible reading tells the story of Samson. This man had defeated an entire army with the jawbone of an ass. He was really strong. Unfortunately, he did not realize that this strength was not from him but from God. I know this because, if you look through the feats he had accomplished, you would see everything starting with "and the Spirit of the Lord came upon him." Read the book of Judges chapter 14 verse 6, Judges chapter 14 verse 19 and Judges chapter 15 verse 14. One day, after God's Spirit had left him, he said, "I will arise and go out as at other times before," Judges chapter 16 verse 20, but he was put to shame. It does not matter how gifted or skillful you are, without God, you are no different from the sand in the beach. Many a time, when we listen to the testimonies of some people, we still see them glorifying self. They take the shine off God and put it on their efforts. In Philippians chapter 3 verse 3 to 7, Paul had been talking so much about himself until something warned him, "Be careful," and he quickly added in verse 7, "But what things were gain to me, those I counted loss for Christ." According to Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 to 6, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." You want God to live in you and operate through you? Then, you must not lean on your own understanding. You must get to the point where you can say that it is in him that you live, move and have my being. Read Acts chapter 17 verse 28. We should always remember the words of Apostle Paul in 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 5. Not that we are sufficient of ourselves to think anything as of ourselves, but our sufficiency is God.